Hi everyone! In this video, you're going to find out if the Cisco CCNP certification is worth it. My name is Lauren, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro fast. Let's get started. What is CCNP? CCNP, or Cisco Certified Network Professional, is a networking certification offered by Cisco. CCNP offers various specializations for candidates. It has one core exam and one concentration exam. The core exam covers the basic fundamentals of the specialization you choose, while the concentration exam enables you to go more in depth. Currently, Cisco offers the following tracks for the CCNP certification: CCNP Enterprise, CCNP Data Center, CCNP Security, CCNP Service Provider, and CCNP Collaboration. The demand for this certification is increasing as companies worldwide move their systems to the cloud. According to Robert Half's Technology Salary Guide report of 2020, CCNP is one of the most valuable certifications in the world. According to Global Knowledge, 1/3 of IT professionals in North America identified Cisco to be their favorite company in 2020. As a result, CCNP has become one of their favorite certifications. Each CCNP exam, core and concentration, costs $300 US. The exam contains multiple choice questions, drag and drop questions, fill in the blank, and scenario-based questions. In the scenario-based questions, you will be given a detailed case study or scenario, and you will be expected to choose your answers based on that scenario. This type of question is meant to check your practical approach towards the networking concepts covered in the certification. CCNP is valid for 3 years. Have you decided to get the CCNP certification? In the comments area below this video, leave a comment of yes if you've already decided, or I'm thinking about it if you've not yet decided. Now, let's look at the skills measured by the CCNP certification. CCNP covers a wide range of topics, depending upon which core and concentration exam you choose. Let's take a look at the skills measured by each core exam. CCNP Enterprise. Architecture. Design principles in enterprise networks. Design principles of WLAN deployment. On-premises and cloud infrastructure deployments. Principles of the Cisco SD access solution. Wired and wireless QoS, and switching mechanisms. Virtualization. Virtualization technologies, hypervisors, and network virtualization concepts. Infrastructure. Layer 2. Troubleshooting 802.1q trunking protocols. Troubleshooting static and dynamic ether channels. Spanning tree protocols. Routing concepts of EIGRP and OSPF, learning OSPF environments, configuration of eBGP between directly connected neighbors, wireless and layer 1 concepts such as RF power, RSSI, SNR, interference noise, band and channels, and wireless client devices capabilities. Network assurance. Diagnose network problems using tools such as debugs, conditional debugs, traceroute, using device monitoring using syslog for remote logging, using NetFlow and flexible NetFlow, using SPAN, RSPAN, ERSPAN, IPSLA, and learning to describe Cisco DNA Center workflows. Security. Device access controls. Using infrastructure security features, REST API security, and wireless security features. Automation. Python components and scripts, JSON encoded files, and interpreting REST API response codes and results in payload using Cisco DNA Center and RESTconf. For a more complete curriculum, download the latest CCNP Enterprise Exam Objectives located in the description area under this video. CCNP Data Center. Network. Routing protocols. Analysis of packet flow. Cloud service deployment models. Network configuration management. Infrastructure monitoring, such as NetFlow and SPAN. And network assurance concepts, such as streaming telemetry. Compute. Cisco Unified Compute System Rack servers. HyperFlex infrastructure concepts and benefits. Firmware and software updates and their impacts on B-Series and C-Series servers. Compute configuration management and infrastructure monitoring such as span and intersite. Automation. Automation and scripting tools and evaluation of automation and orchestration technologies. Security. Applying network security. ACI contracts and microsegmentation. Keychain authentication and storage security. Storage. Storage network. Describe NFS and NAS concepts. Describe software updates and their impacts, and implement infrastructure monitoring. For a more complete curriculum, check out the latest CCNP Data Center exam objectives located in the description area under this video. CCNP Security. Security concepts. Common threats against on-premises and cloud environments. Common security vulnerabilities. Cryptography components such as hashing, encryption, PKI, SSL, IPsec, NAT-T, IPv4 for IPsec, VPN and remote access VPN deployment types. Security intelligence authoring, sharing, and consumption. Northbound and southbound APIs in the SDN architecture. DNAC APIs for network provisioning, optimization, monitoring, and troubleshooting, and basic Python scripts used to call Cisco Security Appliances APIs. Network security. Network security solutions that provide intrusion prevention and firewall capabilities. Deployment models of network security solutions and architectures. NetFlow and flexible NetFlow records. Configuring network infrastructure security methods. Segmentation, access control, policies, AVC, URL filtering, and malware protection. Management options for network security solutions, and configuring AAA for device and network access. Securing the cloud. Cloud security basics. Public, private, hybrid, and community clouds. Cloud service models. SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Patch management in the cloud. Application and data security in cloud environments, and cloud logging and monitoring methodologies. Content security. Traffic redirection. Web proxy authentication. Cloud-based email and web solutions, and Cisco Umbrella. Endpoint protection and detection. Compare endpoint protection platforms and endpoint detection and response solutions. Anti-malware, retrospective security, indication of compromise, antivirus, dynamic file analysis, and endpoint-sourced telemetry. Endpoint-based security. Importance of a multi-factor authentication strategy and endpoint patching strategy. Secure network access, visibility, and enforcement. Identity management and secure network access. Network access device functionality, such as 802.1x, MAB, WebAuth, and network access with COA. For a more complete curriculum, download the latest CCNP security exam objectives located in the description area under this video. CCNP Service Provider. Architecture. Service Provider Architectures. Cisco Network Software Architecture. Service Provider Virtualization. QoS Architecture. Control Plane Security. Management Plane Security and Data Plane Security. Networking. ISIS. OSPF. BGP Path Selection Algorithm. Routing Policy Language and Route Maps. Routing Protocols. IPv6 Transition and High Availability. MPLS and Segment Routing. Implementing MPLS. Traffic Engineering and Segment Routing. Services. VPN Services. Configuring L2 VPN and Carrier Ethernet. L3 VPN. multicast services, and QoS services. Automation. Programmable APIs used to include Cisco devices in network automation. Configuring a Cisco device using a REST API. Network services orchestration. Data analytics and model-driven telemetry in service provider and SNMP. For a more complete curriculum, download the latest CCNP service provider exam objectives located in the description area under this video. CCNP collaboration. Infrastructure and design. Licensing. Sizing. Security. Edge devices in the Cisco collaboration architecture, such as Expressway and Cisco Unified Border Element. Cisco collaboration solutions and troubleshooting network components in a Cisco collaboration solution. Protocols, codecs, and endpoints. Troubleshooting elements of a SIP conversation. Configuring codec negotiations. Deploy SIP endpoints and troubleshoot collaboration endpoints. Cisco iOS XE gateway and media resources. Configuring voice gateway elements. Configure ISDN PRI BRI. Troubleshooting ISDN PRI BRI. Identification of media resources for a given scenario. Call control. Cisco Unified Communications Manager digit analysis process. Route patterns. Translation patterns and mobile and remote access. QoS. Understanding problems that can lead to poor voice and video quality. QoS requirements. Class models for providing QoS on a network, and diffserv values as it pertains to collaboration. QoS trust boundaries and their significance in LAN-based classification and marking. Location-based CAC bandwidth requirements and LLQ. Collaboration applications. Cisco Unity Connection Mailbox and MWI. Cisco Unity Connection SIP integration options to call control. Cisco Unity Connection call handlers, and deployment of Cisco Jabber on premises. For a more complete curriculum, download the latest CCNP collaboration exam objectives located in the description area under this video. Now, let's look at the prerequisites for the CCNP. Cisco announced important changes to the structure of the CCNP certification in 2020. These changes removed the requirement of prerequisites for taking the CCNP exam. Anyone can attempt the certification exams whenever they want. However, as CCNP is an advanced level certification, it's recommended you have at least a basic understanding of the concepts covered in the certification. According to Cisco, CCNP candidates usually have a minimum of 3 years of experience in a domain related to the CCNP certification track chosen. We would suggest that you first get your CCNA before attempting the CCNP. How to prepare for the CCNP certification exam. There are several options which you can use to prepare for your CCNP exam. Next, we'll take a look at these options. Self-study resources. There are ample self-study resources available to prepare for CCNP. For example, you could use YouTube if you prefer to watch videos to learn. You can also use guided training, quizzes, self-paced courses, and books. Let's take a look at some of the best self-study resources for CCNP. Books. Using books to prepare for the CCNP exam will give you an in-depth understanding of the exam objectives. Cisco has published its own books for the core and concentration exam. You can find links to Cisco CCNP exam prep books in the description area under this video. If you don't like reading books, you can choose other self-study methods. Video training. Video is an excellent option to prepare for the CCNP exam. The best thing about video is that it helps you understand difficult concepts in an easy way. Cisco Learning Network has paid video training that covers all CCNP exams. However, these programs are expensive. For example, a training program for the CCNP data center exam costs over $2,000 US. You can find free video training for CCNP on YouTube. There are several people with proven expertise who have made videos for this certification. If you're using video training, make sure you have the CCNP exam objectives in front of you. This will ensure that you don't miss any important concepts. In the description area below this video, you will find a link to affordable expert instructor-led video training to help you prepare for the CCNP exam. Instructor-led training. If you want live training by an expert, Cisco offers instructor-led training courses too. Cisco partners with third-party training providers to deliver instructor-led classes. If you don't want to prepare for the CCNP exam on your own and want to ask questions to an expert, you can consider instructor-led training. Keep in mind that instructor-led training is often very expensive. For example, one CCNP class delivered by the Cisco Learning Network that runs for 4 days costs $4,000 US. This could be out of budget for many people. Practice tests. CCNP has many practical and scenario-based questions. It's very important that you utilize practice tests before the actual exam. Using a Google search, you can find several websites that offer CCNP practice tests. You can also use the Learn Cisco website for free CCNP practice tests. Practice labs. The CCNP exam extensively utilizes lab questions. The exam has several questions where you have to solve a given problem based on a scenario. You can use Cisco's Practice Lab bundle, which also includes instructional videos for the labs. However, the cost of this bundle is over $1,000. Using BOSIN and GNS3 are also helpful for preparing for Cisco CCNP Labs questions. In the description area below this video, you will find links to the BOSIN as well as GNS3 practice labs. Now, let's look at what jobs you can get with the CCNP certification. You can become eligible for many IT job roles with a CCNP certification. CCNP has evolved significantly over the last few years. With its many flavors, CCNP enables you to get jobs in areas like data center, cybersecurity, automation, and software-based security systems. Here are some of the job roles you should be considering after getting CCNP certified. Network administrator, cybersecurity expert, technical support engineer, network engineer, network desktop support engineer, network security associate, system administrator, security architect, and network architect. Let's talk about how much money you can make with the CCNP certification. CCNP could lead to a career with high salaries and growth. According to ZipRecruiter, the annual median salary for CCNP-related jobs is around $113,901 US. According to PayScale, CCNP-related jobs on average have an annual salary of $95,364. Salaries, however, vary a lot based on geography, skill set, experience, company, and market circumstances. Let's see what other people think about this certification. Here are a few observations from successful CCNP holders in the industry. The best advice comes from people who have passed the certification. Let's see how they prepared, their experience, and changes they observed in their career. Here's a comment from Reddit user Fuchsia Lobster. Here's a comment from Reddit user KWiltsy123. Here's a comment from Reddit user DeBaron54. Here's another comment from Reddit user K2JSV. The truth about CCNP certification. The CCNP certification validates your skills in the in-demand fields of networking, security, data center, software-based security, network architecture, automation, and cloud security. However, This certification's main purpose is to solidify your resume, help you get interviews, and eventually land a job. Having some practical experience will go a long way in helping you land a well-paying job. Is Cisco CCNP certification for you? CCNP is one of the most popular and in-demand certifications. That's because the objectives it covers are relevant to the industry. If you already have your CCNA and are interested in advancing your career in the area of IT networking, then the CCNP certification is definitely worth it. Check out the video on the right to discover the top 10 tips and tricks to help you pass the CCNP exam.